Yes, sir.
Okay. This is, I think, Unit 5, Production and Operation Management. Okay, in this chapter, we will going to read what is productions and operations management, then production system, nature, importance of organizational function, characteristics of modern production and operation functions, organizations of production function, production and operation strategy, elements and competitive priorities, nature of international operation management. This all we'll going to understand and we'll going to read. Next slide, ma'am. Okay. So first of all, what is production? Production in its broadest sense is the process of creating good and services by transforming input and output. It involves various stages from sourcing raw material to deliveries the finished product or services. So, if I tell you the production meaning in a broad sense, then it's a you can say it's a complete transformation of goods. Okay, remember one thing. This is the particular line that I am using it. Complete transformation of any good. मतलब क्या है? Complete transformation or giving a finished product in front of the customer. This is called production. Okay. Now, why it is complete transformation or why it is called the creating a final good and services? Because see, the person or the factories or the industries or the marketers, they are purchasing the raw materials from the um, from the farmers, and there they manufactured or there they transform those raw sources raw material into finished product, and it brings into the market. Okay, so that is why production is a complete transformation of input or output. Means input means the raw materials, and output means the final product of the raw materials that has been used. It involved various stages from sourcing raw material to delivering the finished product and services. So, and apart from that, it also purchase the raw material and give the final services to the customer. Now, what are the key aspects of production? First of all, you need to understand input. These are the resources used in the production process, including raw material, labor, capital, and entrepreneurial talent. Now, the key aspect of productions are input and output. I think these are the two important aspects of production. Number one is input. These are the resources used in the production process. Understood? First of all, प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस में इनपुट का यूटिलाइजेशन, इनपुट का इस्तेमाल सबसे ज्यादा होता है, इज द बेस्ट पार्ट. Now, including raw materials, labor, capital, and including the same thing, it is including in the raw materials. First of all, the raw material, labor, capital, and entrepreneurial channel. Entrepreneurship channel or entrepreneurial means a businessman talent, means the planning, the processing, the positioning of good. This all comes under entrepreneur talent, because to be a businessman, it doesn't means you need to go with the sales and services only. There are a lot of things you need to have in the entrepreneurial talent. That is the risk, the planning, the processing, these all comes under input methods. Now the output, these are the good and services that result from the production process. Now what is the output? Output means the final productions and services that is being provided to the customer. So these are the two important aspects of production. So very clearly you can understand the meaning of production and what are the key aspects of production. Productions means the complete process of creating good and services by transforming the whole. right? Transforming the whole by transforming it into the finished product and presented before the market or presented before the customer. Now, these the key aspect of the production are input and output. Input means the resources that is used for the production process, the resources which are being used for the production process, and output means the good and services that is provided for the production process. So these are the two important key aspects of production. Next slide. Third one is the process. Okay, means they are in the key aspect. Apart from two main aspects, their remaining aspects are process, value creation, and efficiency. Now, what is the process? Production involve a series of steps, including planning, organizing, transforming resources, and controlling quality. Okay, so production involve what are its involved in the production? It involve a series of steps. What are the steps? Number one is planning, number two is organizing, number three is transforming resources, and number four is controlling the qualities. So these are the important processes of production. So if going to give you the example on that, that will be much more clear to you. Transforming means, say for example, some factories, they are purchasing the raw materials, say for example sugar cane. Okay, this is they are planning. The planning is to purchase a sugar cane. Say for example sugar cane factory, they are now planning to purchase the sugar cane. After making the plan, they are started to make they started to purchase or started to buying the raw materials sugar cane from the farmers. After that, organizing, after the final means the input of the sugar cane, now they are organizing through the different processes of the manufacturing of the sugar from the sugar cane, and after that it is transforming into the finished product by utilizing the different resources and the checking the full quality, checking the full quality. So this is the process. Third, number fourth one is value creation. What is the value creation? Production which aim to create utility and value for consumers, whether it is tangible product or an intangible product. What is the meaning of tangible product? Tangible product in the sense which are used, you can say the products which are being transferred from one place to another place. Okay, that is the tangible products. And intangible products, you cannot make any transformation or you cannot transfer those product from one areas to the other areas. This comes under tangible product or intangible product. So now they make a plan to create their own finished products on both tangible product and intangible product. Say for example, construction of a building in the area of a specific location, that cannot, that is an intangible asset, that is an, you cannot make or shift the particular area from there here to there. It is not been possible, it is not possible. So this comes under intangible products. And tangible products which can be transformed into different processes, which can be transformed into different shapes, and which can be taken from one place to another place. Okay, and this is the way that can be created a value. Say for example, if you are, say I am going to give you a best example of it. Now say for example, directly if you are purchasing any finished product from the company directly, then the price of the product may be varied or may be vary as well when we are purchasing that same product from the local market. There is a difference between that. Understand the difference. If you are purchasing or if you are purchasing the finished product from the factory or from the production house itself, then may we going to get a minimum price on that product. But when it finally, when sometimes we are purchasing the finished product or any product from the market itself, then the price is little bit higher as compared to the price which we purchased earlier from the production house. This is the way the value is been created. Now, if you say, for example, how can I say? Say, for example, tire manufacturing. That's the best example I can give you. Tire manufacturing, cycle tire manufacturing. Lot of local small scale medium industries are there, especially in Calcutta regions, north regions, okay, where cycle tire manufacturings are being done. Now the company owner provided the minimum price for the tires because production house or the customer purchased in bundle. Now, if you go there to purchase a single tire and tube, may they will going to charge you, but that charge will not be as higher or as compared to the tire price which we are purchasing from the particular specific cycles of. This is the way the value is been created. Next one is efficiency. What is the meaning of efficiency? Efficient production practice help reduce waste, minimize cost, and improve overall performance. This is called efficiency. Efficient production practices help reduce waste, minimum cost, and improve overall product performance. Now, see, there is another important challenges every companies, every industry, every production house has to follow. What is, they need to look after or they need to check the uh, efficiency. They need to check the waste, how much the garbages or waste that you the production house is doing. The company charges the taxes more on that company. That is why textile mill, cloth mill, they are being charged a high tax as compared to the other factories that are having in our India. Why? Because the waste materials is far more dangerous as compared to the other. Example, Silicon Valley Port. This company also been charged with a high tax. They are paid a huge amount of tax to the government because a lot of waste material are been every year they are been thrown to the and dump in the some specific location and some specific areas. That is why they are being charged. Now another important criteria and another important plan, or you can say another important methods the every production house is looking for, that is how to reduce the cost. Whatever the cost of producing any particular product to a finished product, the company, the owner of the company, the executive of the company, the HR, they tried their level best to minimize the cost as far as possible, as far as possible. Now I am going to say you that, see, uh, the industries, many industries are there where there is a lot of heat treatments on many other treatments are going on. Suppose say steel plants, okay, automobile sectors are there where the manufacturing of the production on a huge level, on a huge scale, and the means the factories where these machineries are been well equipped or well planned, that area is very sophisticated and must be most electrifying. Electrification is done on a best way. Electrifications of that particular factories or industries where this type of things are happening, they are being electrified in a modern way. But do you know, they are not looking after the means employees, how they were working on a heat, on a summer season, this chilled this chilly summer season. They are working without fan, without proper coolers and all. Though the company bound to give all these facilities, but some companies are there just to look after their profit, or they are look after their percentage per capita income. They are not looking after the employees benefit. They are never ever looking after the employees benefit. The employees need to work for 7 8 hours every day, that on the chilly summer season, hot summer season. See, if you go to the RKFL or if you go to the Jamshedpur Metal Treatment, JMT, the heat treatment plant, these are all specifically called the heat treatment plant. If you go and visit there, how with a disgusting and with a, such a horrified, you will going to have see the horrified example, horrified. You will surprised, horrified to see those employees, how they are working, how they are doing their task. It's really, really very difficult tasks to do the complete their work every day without any holidays, without any proper leave. They are doing 24 into 7 days, because if they leave for a one day, then their salary will be deducted. They are paying on daily basis. That is why, to maintain that daily basis, to earn properly, they are doing that duties, and they are not provided good facilities for that. Okay, so companies, their first priority is to minimize the cost as much as is possible. So whatever the finished product they are producing, they try to keep them with a very low cost, with a minimum price of that. That is called the minimum price, minimum cost. The next one is improve overall performance. The next important part you need to look after that, the overall performance, the overall performance of any product, of any company. They are been manually, or they are been data wise done very specifically, where the loopholes are there, whether the company is growing or not, whether the company is have making any profit or not. Each and every things they are looking after. Okay, they are looking after, they are creating the balance sheets, they are making the balance sheets where the miscellaneous expenses are more as compared to the regular expenses. They are checked, they are been checked, and they are been circulated through accounts department. Lot of accountant means lot of accountants are there. They are being paid high means money to create a balance sheet. Why this has been done? Why? What is the reason for that? The reason is only one: to look after the overall performance. And what is the meaning of the overall performance? Overall performance doesn't mean only the production, only the product, only the capital, only the asset. No, overall production means, say for example, from pin to helicopter, each and every areas, each and every sector, they are being checked specifically, minutely, with proper assembling, with proper means calculations. They are being checked. Okay, this is called the efficiency. Then only the na factories will grow, the factories will run, that will going to create a far more efficiency in that. So these are the inputs of the production house, or these are, you can say, the key aspects of production house. If the questions come, what are the key aspects of productions, you need to remember those points. First of all is input, second one is output, the third one is what are the process, the fourth one is how to create a value, and the fifth one is efficiency. These are the five important key points or key aspects of production house. Next slide, ma'am. Now, what are the examples? What are the examples of productions? First one is manufacturing. The second one is agriculture. The third one is services. These are the three important examples of productions. Number one is manufacturing. What is this? A company producing cars uses raw material like steel, plastic, and rubber, along with labor and machineries, to create a finished products. Look look at this line paragraph, or look at this sentences. Okay, what are the finished product? You can understand from the finished product, and from this you can estimate that where each and everything will be calculated, how the each and everything will be calculated. See, a company producing car, a car manufacturing company, uses raw material like steel, plastic, rubber, along with labor and machineries, to create a finished car. To just to create a finished product of a car, these are the requirements. First of all, purchasing of raw materials, which is one of the most important criteria. And look how much or how many raw materials are there. If you're going to calculate, the first one is such as like steel, the second one is plastic, the third one is rubber. Many more things are there, but just because it is an example, this much only it has been given. Next one is agriculture. Now the farmers uses land, seed, labor to cultivate crops or raise livestock, producing food product. Now this is the manufacturing company. Now this is the manufacturing company. Now if I am going to talk about the agriculture company, then it has a different example of it. Now in the agricultural company, farmer uses land, seed, labor to cultivate crops or raise livestock, producing food product. Now there is a basic difference between manufacturing company. This is a basic difference between a manufacturing company and the agricultural company. Look, the agricultural company are also purchase agricultural. The person, the farmers are also using the, what you can say, the raw materials. But there is a big difference between a manufacturing company, agricultural company. Okay, why? Because the manufacturing company has more expenses, has more raw materials demand than compared to the agriculture. Okay, but agriculture is the prime main stock stakeholder of this India, of our, not only of India, of the world. Because without this, we cannot survive for a single day. Okay, now farmer use, what the farmers are using? The farmer use land. This is the raw material. Then seed. This is another raw material. And labor. Good farmers, those who are wealthy farmers, they are not doing the works, they are not doing the farming by themselves. They keep the labor, they used to keep the labor on daily basis, and they are working in their respective field, planting, seedling, cultivating, producing. These all comes under the agricultural method. So these, and apart from that, they raise a livestock and producing food product. Okay, finally, these are the examples of productions. The third one is services. Now another one is, for production, is services. Now what type of services that have been doing? A restaurant produces meal and drinks. A doctor provide medicine services. A software company develop software. ठीक है? So this is called the services. ना? A restaurant provide meal, a service. This is a service. A doctor, a drink. This is also a service. A doctor provide medicine services in lieu of the money they are taking. So that is also a one kind of services. And a software company develop software. That is also a part of services. And what type of services? Their services is, you need to pay something for your services. Okay, so these are comes under the services, and these are the different examples of production house. So if the questions comes in your examinations, what are the examples of production house, then you need to answer. Number one is manufacturing, number two is agriculture, the third one is services. These all comes under production house. Am I clear to you? Those who are listening, whether it is clear to you or not, first of all tell me. So far what I have make you understand, whether you have understood or not. Okay, you are
Sir,
not.
understand.
Okay, very good. Ma'am, please go to the next slide. What are the factors of production? This is another important part. What are the factors, important factor of production? The land, the natural resources used in production. What are the factors of production? Number one is land, which is the important part. Whether manufacturing, whether providing services, whether provide agriculture, all three sectors comes under one important role, one important base. You need to create a base, and that base has been created by the land itself. The land is the most important natural resources used in productions. Number two is capital. What is the capital? The tool, equipment, and infrastructure used in production. What is the capital? The tools. What are tools? The machineries. Tools means the machineries. Okay, the equipments, the utilizations of the machineries, the equipments, and infrastructure, proper designing of, or proper equipments properly being shifted, properly being placed, properly being used. These all are called the infrastructure in production. The third one is important one, is the labor, the human effort and skill used in production. The human effort and skill used in production. The fourth one is entrepreneurship, the ability to organize and manage the other factor of production. The ability to organize and manage the other factor of production. This comes under entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship means business. Okay, so this comes under the ability to organize and manage the other factor of production. These are the important factors: land, capital, labor, entrepreneurship. Now apart from this, another important areas are there you need to understand. What is this? To organize, to manage the other part of the production. For example, planning, how to create a finished product, the packaging part, okay, the positioning of goods, the fixing of price, okay, deal with the customer, providing customer services properly. This all comes under the other part of entrepreneurships or other factors of production. Understood? So these, remember one thing, if the question comes what are the factor of production, then you need to give answer that there are most important four factors of production, that is land, capital, labor, entrepreneurship. Understood? Next slide, ma'am. Now, the production system involve transforming input into output through a coordinated series of functions. The importance of production system lies in their ability to create goods or services, meet customer needs, and generate revenue. Within an organization, production system played a crucial organizational role in planning, organizing, directing, and controlling production activities. Production system, see, I am reading the paragraph again. Production system involve transforming input into output through a coordinated series of function. Now what are the coordinated series? कोऑर्डिनेटेड मतलब क्या होता है? हिंदी में जिसे कहते हैं समन्वयन। समन्वयन का मतलब होता है एक दूसरे का पूरक। इसके बाद अगर बीच जैसे चेन फॉर्मेशन, एक भी चेन का धागा अगर ब्रेक हो जाता है, पूरा जो कोऑर्डिनेट फंक्शन है, पूरा जो सिस्टमेटिक जो है, वो पूरा खत्म हो जाता है। जैसे पहला, अगर कोऑर्डिनेटेड सीरीज की बात करें, कोऑर्डिनेटेड फंक्शंस की बात करें, तो पहला है इनपुट, आउटपुट, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, एग्रीकल्चर, जो भी है, जितना भी है, प्रोडक्शन हाउस, जितना भी है, वो सारा एक सीरीज बनता है। अगर वो सीरीज बीच में एक भी धागा टूट जाता है या ब्रेक हो जाता है, देन सीरीज विल रिमेन इनकम्प्लीट। सो in the production system, if you want to transform the finished product, if you want to transform the raw materials or raw product to final product, then what will happen? This will be, you need to transformation, you need to have a transformation. Now that transformation is been done only through coordinated series, only through coordinated series. Now what are the series in that? See, for example, productions में पहला जो स्लाइड था, वहां पर की एस्पेक्ट क्या क्या है? वही तो कोऑर्डिनेटेड सीरीज है, जहां पर इनपुट था, आउटपुट था, और भी कुछ कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट सीरीज था, वो एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है। अगर आप कोई भी फाइनल प्रोडक्शन, प्रोडक्शन हाउस में फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आप करना चाहते हो, मार्केट में कोई फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आप स्टैब्लिश करना चाहते हो, तो ये कोऑर्डिनेटेड सीरीज आपका बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है, इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया है। और ये इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है, इतना महत्व है इसका, कि ये कोऑर्डिनेटेड सीरीज, इफ एनी लिंक इज बिन ब्रेक in between this coordinated series, if any link is been break or is break broke, then what will happen? The coordination will remain incomplete. The full coordination will remain incomplete. And for that reason, the production system always have to follow the series. Okay. Now, the importance of production system lies in their ability to create good or services. The important, क्या बोल रहा है? The importance of production system. The importance of production system lies in their ability to create goods or services, meet customer needs, and generate revenue. नाउ द ओनली मोटो, रिमेंबर वन थिंग, जब से मैं ये चैप्टर आप लोगों को पढ़ा रहा हूं, तब से मैं बता रहा हूं कि ओनली वन इम्पोर्ट, मार्केटिंग पढ़ाया, प्रोडक्शन हाउस पढ़ा रहा हूं, इससे पहले जो जो पढ़ा है उसमें से सबसे मेन इंपॉर्टेंट मोटो है टू जनरेट द रेवेन्यू। जनरेट द रेवेन्यू, कोई भी संस्थान हो, आप छोटे मोटे कोई भी बिजनेस करते हो, आपका एक ही मकसद है, योर ओनली प्राइम गोल इज टू अर्न द प्रॉफिट, टू जनरेट द रेवेन्यू। ओके, और मैंने ये सिखा दिया था, आप लोगों को बता दिया था कि रेवेन्यू और प्रॉफिट में फर्क क्या है। मैंने आप लोग को बताया था रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट में फर्क क्या है। रेवेन्यू डजंट मीन्स द प्रॉफिट, प्रॉफिट इज समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड रेवेन्यू इज समथिंग डिफरेंट। ओके, to generate the revenue means customer need and generate revenue. Within an organization, production system play a crucial organization role in planning, organizing, directing and controlling production services. इसीलिए प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम को इतना तवज्जो, इतना इंपॉर्टेंस कहा गया है, बताया गया है। क्यों? बिकॉज दिस गोइंग टू प्ले अ वेरी क्रूशल organizational role in number one is planning, number two is organizing, the third one is directing, and the fourth one is controlling the activities, which is called the production activities. Okay, so this is called the production system. So understand one thing, remember one thing, what is production? Production means to final, means coming to the systematic way of transforming into the finished product, systematic way of transforming the raw materials to the finished product, that is called production. But production system is different. दोनों में कंफ्यूज नहीं होना चाहिए, बार बार मैं इस पॉइंट्स को स्ट्रेस दे रहा हूं। आई एम पुटिंग मच स्ट्रेस ऑन दिस पॉइंट। प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम और प्रोडक्शन दोनों अलग है। प्रोडक्शन है सिस्टमेटिक, बात को पकड़ो, सिस्टमेटिक वे ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग इनपुट टू आउटपुट, मतलब raw materials to finished product, that is called production house. Production system is, that is transforming input into output through coordinated series of functions, थ्रू कोऑर्डिनेटेड सीरीज ऑफ फंक्शंस। और वो फंक्शंस क्या है, पहले स्लाइड में चले जाओ, पहले स्लाइड में देखो की एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन हाउस, उसमें दिया हुआ है दोज आर द फैक्शन, दोज आर द फंक्शंस, दोज आर द सीरीज ऑफ दिस प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम। दोनों में फर्क है, ठीक है। डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज दैट प्रोडक्शन एंड प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम आर इक्वली एंड सेम, नो, some differences are there, difference are there. What is the difference? Both involve in transforming input into output, but in production system it is been done through proper coordinated series of function, जिसमें क्या है, क्रिएट गुड्स और सर्विसेज, कस्टमर नीड्स, जनरेट रेवेन्यू। ये इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम का, लेकिन प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम का वो नहीं है। उसके बाद within an organization production system play a crucial organization role in planning, organizing, directing, controlling production activities. Understood तनुजा, अभिजीत? कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना, बार बार बोल रहा हूं, कंफ्यूजिंग वाला पार्ट है, इसलिए मैं बार बार इस चीज को रिपीट कर रहा हूं। समझ में आया तनुजा एंड अभिजीत? कोई 1% डाउट तो नहीं है ना? आप लोग सुन ही नहीं रहे हो, आप लोग सुन रहे हो? आर यू लिसनिंग?
अच्छा,
तो समझ में आया ना, प्रोडक्शन और प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम क्या है, दोनों अलग है बिल्कुल। कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना कि दोनों सर सेम ही है, नहीं, बिल्कुल अलग है, ठीक है। आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को?
यस सर, आ रही है आपकी आवाज।
पूरा क्लियर है ना?
यस सर।
तो ये प्रोडक्शन और प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम समझ में आया?
यस सर।
ठीक है मैम, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। नाउ द नेचर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, व्हाट आर द नेचर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम? प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम का नेचर क्या क्या है? पहला, transformation. The first one is transformation. What is this? Production system transform input means materials, just labor, capital, into output, products and services. Production system क्या है? Production system transform inputs, that is raw material, labor, capital, into output production system, into output production services. This is called the transformation, जिसमें आपका materials, labor, capital पूरा इंक्लूडेड है। लेकिन वहीं पर क्या है, आउटपुट में क्या आता है? आउटपुट में टू इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं. व्हाट इज दैट? The product and services. Only two important are there, that is product and services. The next point is nature of production system में coordination. Coordination is one of the most important factor. What is that? They involve they involve a coordinated set of functions including planning, organizing, directing and controlling to ensure efficient production. To ensure efficient production. क्या है? Coordinations, they involve a coordinated set of functions including planning, organizing, directing and controlling to ensure efficient production. This is comes under coordination. These are the set of functions. मैंने अभी जो प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम पढ़ा रहे थे वहां पर लिखा था ना सेट ऑफ फंक्शंस क्या क्या है. तो उसमें सेट ऑफ फंक्शंस में ये सब चीज है. प्लानिंग, organizing, directing and controlling to ensure efficient production. Okay, तो प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम एक डेफिनेशन था. प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, व्हाट इज प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम? प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम इज ensuring a transformation of inputs and output with a particular set of series. Now, or set of what you can set of series. Now what are the set of series? Set of series में ये सब है. coordinated proper coordination of the series में ये सब है. पहला है planning, organizing, directing and controlling to ensure efficient production. अगर efficient production होना है, अगर प्रॉपर तरीके से उस चीज को पूरा प्रॉपर तरीके से बैलेंस अगर करना है, then you need to follow this important step. The third one is variety. What is the variety? Production system can be classified as batch, continuous or project system, each with its own characteristics and applications. Production systems can be classified as batch, continuous, or project system, each with its own characteristics and applications. That is called variety. So, what is variety? Varieties में क्या है? Varieties can be classified as batch. Which batch of product? Continuous or project system? The continuous system. Okay, and with its own characteristics and applications. What are the characteristics and applications that is used for the finished product? That you need to understand. Okay, that you need to understand. That is called the variety of the product. This comes under the variety of the product. Understood? This all comes under the nature of the production system. The next slide. The last one is interdisciplinary. What is the interdisciplinary means? Collaborations with various departments, collaborations with various factories, जैसे engineering with manufacturing, electronics with engineering, electronic communications with civil. These all are called interdisciplinary. Interdisciplinary का मतलब होता है collaborations within various department. अंदर ही अंदर अपने department के साथ collab. That is called interdisciplinary. Now, why this been happen and why it is important? This has happened to increase the revenue system, to have a very production effective efficiency, to have the production efficiency. So that is for the reason interdisciplinary is important. And apart from that, if any manufacturing company or if any production house want to develop, want to generate the revenue, then that company has to create interdisciplinary among the departments, among each and every departments. Okay, you need to understand this. Otherwise, if this will not going to happen, the interdisciplinary process is not going to happen, then what will happen? It will never ever going to be see the efficient production house, or the company fail to generate the proper revenue of that. अगर आप सक्सेस नहीं देख रहे हो ना, अगर सोचो इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी डिपार्टमेंट से प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है, प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं है तो क्या होगा, उस रेवेन्यू अच्छा जनरेट नहीं होगा ना, एफिशिएंट प्रोडक्ट का जो एफिशिएंसी है वो फिर घट जाएगा, मार्केट वैल्यू डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा। आप जो प्रोडक्शन लाइनअप कर रहे हो, पाइपलाइन में ला रहे हो, कस्टमर तक पहुंच रहा है, वो फिनिश प्रोडक्ट फिर यूजलेस हो जाएगा। क्यों? प्रोडक्शन जो है वो फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में तब्दील नहीं हो रहा है। ठीक है, इसीलिए ईच एंड एवरी प्रोडक्शन में इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्राइम फैक्टर। रिमेंबर वन थिंग, तो इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी का मतलब क्या है? प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम ऑफन रिक्वायर द collaborations of various department. Production system often require the collaborations of various department. This is called interdisciplinary. Understood? Next slide. है खत्म? क्या हुआ मैम? ओ,
हेलो, ये क्लियर है? सर, हेलो सर।
सुनाई दे रहा है।
हेलो
हाँ सुनाई दे
सर,
रहा है।
एक्सप्लेन थर्ड पॉइंट प्लीज।
क्या?
थर्ड पॉइंट सर, क्या? यस सर, हम थोड़ा ट्रैफिक में है इसलिए ऐसा आवाज आ रहा है।
तो ट्रैफिक में हो, मैं ऐसा कैसे पढ़ाएंगे हम तुमको? तुम डाउट बोलोगे, तुम गाड़ी चलाओगे।
गाड़ी नहीं चला रहे सर, बस थर्ड पॉइंट में डाउट है
कौन सा वाला स्लाइड में?
सर, इसी स्लाइड का थर्ड पॉइंट में वैरायटीज।
Production system can be classified as batch, continuous, or project system, each with its own characteristics and application. ध्यान से समझो इस पॉइंट को, हिंदी में समझा रहा हूं। कोई भी कंपनी इसका डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स, डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट, डिफरेंट प्लानिंग स्ट्रेटजीज होता है। Each and every work are been divided and scheduled according to the requirements for the finished product. जैसे बैच, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बैच? नाउ बैच मीनिंग्स दैट एक लॉट है, प्रोडक्शन हाउस का एक पूरा रॉ मटेरियल्स का एक लॉट है। अब इस लॉट को मैं कब तक यूज करूंगा और कब तक मैं इसे रोक के रखूंगा? 2016 का लॉट सपोज 2024 में अगर मैं उस प्रोडक्शन, फाइनल प्रोडक्शन में उसको तब्दील करूं, तो हो सकता है मेरा जो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट का जो रॉ मटेरियल्स का जो यूज किया हुआ फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आएगा, वो फिर उतना अच्छा उसका टेम्परिंग, उतना अच्छा इसका जो फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट वो नहीं बैठेगा। क्यों? जो बैच है वो 2016 का है। तो बैच मीन्स द करंट स्टेटस ऑफ द finished products or the current status of the raw materials that is been used while continuing of production house or while transforming the raw materials into a finished product, that is called batch। जैसे होता है आप लोगों का स्कूल में, कॉलेज में 2016 का बैच, 2024 का बैच, ये क्या है? एक लॉट है, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ लॉट। तो कंपनीज में अगर मैं इस चीज को देखूं तो कंपनीज में ये एक मार्क है जो कि डिनोटेड करता है कि कितना पुराना रॉ मटेरियल्स है। जितना पुराना रॉ मटेरियल्स होगा, आपका जो फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट होगा, उसका जो फाइनल स्टेज या प्रोडक्ट जो निकल के आएगा, वो उतना अच्छा उसका बेनिफिट या रिजल्ट नहीं देगा। कहा जाता है कि हर एक प्लानिंग एंड स्ट्रेटेजीज में ये बैच नंबर इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट। तो जब भी रॉ मटेरियल्स आते हैं ना, वो ईच एंड एवरी डिपार्टमेंट सेक्टर वाइज डिवाइड हो जाते हैं और उनमें लिखा जाता है कि ये इतना का प्रोडक्शन है, ये इतना का बैच का फिनिश प्रोडक्ट है। उसके बाद कंटिन्यूअस और प्रोजेक्ट सिस्टम। ईच एंड एवरी कंपनी हैज इट्स ओन स्कीम, हैज इट्स ओन आइडिया, हैज इट्स ओन प्लानिंग, हैज इट्स ओन प्रोजेक्ट। अब उन प्रोजेक्ट्स को, उन प्लानिंग को, उन स्ट्रेटेजी को कैसे वो फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट में तब्दील करने में के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड द कंटिन्यूअस और प्रोजेक्ट सिस्टम। उसके बाद different applications, what are the equipments that is been required, what are the other machinery tools that is been required, what are the different varieties of well equipped machineries tools वो फिनिश प्रोडक्ट के लिए हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं। ये डिफरेंट डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटेजीज है जो कि हर एक डिपार्टमेंट, हर एक फैक्ट्रीज, हर एक प्रोडक्शन हाउस, हर एक मार्केटर्स के लिए अलग अलग होता है, अलग अलग स्ट्रेटेजी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे इसको और सही से समझाते हूं, अगर कोई यहां पर मेरे जगह कोई दूसरा फैकल्टीज अगर आपको क्लास लेता होगा, तो वो अपना डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटजीज, वो अपना वेराइटीज ऑफ लिंग्विस्टिकल नॉलेज, लिंग्विस्टिक नॉलेज, वेराइटीज ऑफ टेक्निकल नॉलेज से आपको ये सब्जेक्ट अलग तरीके से समझाता है। दैट इज कॉल्ड द वेराइटीज। तो जिस कंपनी में डिफरेंट वेराइटीज है, वही कंपनीज में एफिशिएंसी इन प्रोडक्शंस को वो डेवलप कर सकता है। समझ में आ गया? इज इट क्लियर? वेराइटी।
यस सर।
और क्या डाउट है बताओ?
सर क्लियर हो गया।
और क्या डाउट है? तनुजा,
फोर्थ
एनी
पॉइंट
डाउट?
भी थोड़ा बता दीजिए सर।
फोर्थ पॉइंट, इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी। इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी मींस विद इन द डिपार्टमेंट, विद इन द डिपार्टमेंट, अंदर ही अंदर डिपार्टमेंट्स के इंटरनल डिपार्टमेंट। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल टाटा स्टील प्लांट में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कम्युनिकेशन इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट है, सिविल डिपार्टमेंट है, मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट, डबल ई, ये सारा डिपार्टमेंट्स है। तब जाके इतना बड़ा प्लांट, इतना बड़ा प्रोडक्शन चलता है। अगर फर्ज करो अंदर ही अंदर अपने जो इतने सारे डिपार्टमेंट है, एक दूसरे के साथ प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस, प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन अगर ना हो, तो क्या लगता है प्रॉपर फाइनल प्रोडक्ट्स निकल के आ सकता है? नहीं आ सकता। इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल। दैट इज वाई इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेक होल्डर इन एनी प्रोडक्शन हाउस। ओके, मतलब अंदर ही अंदर जितने भी डिपार्टमेंट है, एक दूसरे के साथ मिलजुल के काम करने से ही वो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट बनते हैं। दैट इज कॉल्ड इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी। और एनी डाउट?
हाँ सर।
ओके, तनुजा, एनी डाउट?
नो सर।
ठीक है मैम, क्या करें? अच्छा, खत्म हो गया क्या? खत्म हो गया ना मैम? अच्छा, जो आप बंद दिखा रहे इसलिए मैंने सोचा। इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम। Importance of production system. Number one, meeting customer needs, which is one of the most prime important aspects to understand. क्या है importance of production system में? meeting customer need. Production system are essential for fulfilling customer demand and ensuring the availability of goods and services. तो you need to meet the customer. कस्टमर मीट का मतलब क्या है? आपका जो कस्टमर का जो एंड डिमांड है, कस्टमर का डिमांड वैसे एंड नहीं होता है, लेकिन फिर भी कस्टमर का जो भी नीड्स है, प्रोडक्शंस का फर्स्ट मोटो होता है कि वो अकॉर्डिंग टू द नीड्स, डिमांड्स ऑफ द कस्टमर उस चीज को फुलफिल करना। और इसके लिए क्या है? द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज, विच इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। हम ऐसे दुकान में जा रहे हैं जहां कुछ भी मांगने से अगर हमें नेगेटिव मिले, तो क्या होगा? उस दुकान का रेवेन्यू जनरेट नहीं होगा, उस दुकान में प्रॉफिट नहीं होगा, उस दुकान में कस्टमर जाना बंद कर देगा। क्यों? बिकॉज वॉट एवर वी आर डिमांडिंग वी आर नॉट गेटिंग। इसलिए ये कहा जाता है अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज। कोई भी दुकान में जाए तो उस दुकान में ह्यूज और नंबर ऑफ न्यूमरस प्रोडक्शंस का डिफरेंट वेराइटीज ऑफ गुड्स वहां होना चाहिए। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अ वेरी गुड सर्विसेज, द शॉप ओनर and the respective employee of that particular shop, they should properly provide the services to the customer. Then only the customer will feel satisfied, then only the customer will demand will fulfilled. This is called the meeting customer need. The next one is generating the revenue. Production activities are a primary source of revenue for business. ये तो मैंने बताया था। प्राइमरी इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है कोई भी बिजनेस का, कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का या कोई भी बिजनेस हाउस का, कि रेवेन्यू जनरेट करना, किसी भी तरह से रेवेन्यू जनरेट करना। अगर मैं 10 रुपया का मिर्चा बेच रहा हूं, इफ आई एम सेलिंग 10 रुपीज फॉर अ चिली, तो उसमें भी मुझे अपना रेवेन्यू पहले जनरेट करना पड़ेगा। आफ्टर दैट प्रॉफिट वी विल लुक आफ्टर द प्रॉफिट। पहले रेवेन्यू, उसके बाद मेरा प्रॉफिट, रेवेन्यू उसके बाद प्रॉफिट। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट है ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी। वेल डिजाइंड प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम कैन लीड टू इंक्रीज्ड एफिशिएंसी, रिड्यूस्ड कॉस्ट एंड इंप्रूव्ड क्वालिटी। ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी क्या है? वेल डिजाइंड प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, द वेल डिजाइंड प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम which can lead to increased efficiency, reduced cost and improved quality. उस कंपनी को मैं अच्छा समझूंगा या कोई भी उस कंपनी को अच्छा समझेगा जहां ईच एंड एवरी प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम आर वेल डिजाइंड, वेल प्लान्ड एंड सिस्टमेटिकली lead to increase efficiency, or systematically, not unsystematically or in other way, framed way, but systematically they are planned to increase the efficiency. And apart from that, the another important criteria we should understand that to reduce the cost, the cost effectiveness is one of the prime important. हमें किस तरह से अपना खर्चा बचाना है, हर एक का मोटो रहता है, सिर्फ आम इंसानों की जिंदगी में नहीं। एक प्रोडक्शन बिग बिग जो कंपनीज होता है, बिग बिग जो प्रोडक्शन हाउस होते हैं, उनका भी ये मोटो है कि मैं कम से कम खर्चे में अच्छा से अच्छा चीज बना के कस्टमर को सर्विस दूं। एंड द नेक्स्ट वन इज improve the quality. This is another important, very which is one of the most important. You need to understand that how to improvise or how to improve the quality of a product, because if the quality of product is being degraded, then the customer will not turn to take the products from the house. Okay, so this is called the operational efficiency, and these are the importance of production system: meeting customer need, generating revenue, operational efficiency. Next slide, ma'am. अच्छा, the last one is importance of production system में economic growth, another important product. Production plays a crucial role in economic growth by creating jobs and generating wealth. इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट है। जैसे मैंने बताया ना कि अगर एक जगह, कोई भी एक जगह में कोई प्लांट, कोई प्रोजेक्ट्स या फिर कोई बिजनेस सेटअप हो रहा है, वो इंडिया को इकोनॉमिकली कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग कर रहा है, दैट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर। तो इस चीज को दो तरह से काउंट किया जाता है: हाउ मच टैक्स दैट पर्टिकुलर बिजनेसमैन और दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी इज पेइंग टू द गवर्नमेंट, वो प्रॉपरली टैक्स दे रहा है कि नहीं। बिकॉज वही टैक्स घूम फिर के आके हमारे जो जितने भी डेवलप्ड होते हैं, जैसे रोड बनना, हॉस्पिटल्स बनना, बस सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करना, रेलवेज में जितना ज्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट होना, दिस ऑल कम्स फ्रॉम द टैक्सेस ऑफ अ पब्लिक सोसाइटी। तो एक कंपनीज को अगर आप एस्टिमेट करोगे तो दो तरह से देखा जाता है: वो रेवेन्यू कितना जनरेट कर रहा है, उनका टर्नओवर कितना है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हाउ मच टैक्स ही इज पेइंग to that particular government, and apart from that whether that government, whether that company is creating the jobs for that. आजकल तो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का सबसे बड़ा ये हो गया है ना, तो वो भी चेक किया जाता है कि आप अपने प्रोडक्शन हाउस से कितने को आप जॉब दे रहे हो और वेल्थ कितना आप जनरेट कर रहे हो. सो दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड मैम. Organizational function of production systems. Number one, planning. Establishing production targets, identifying required resources, and developing production schedule. This is comes under the planning part. Organization functions में production system में पहला है planning, which is one of the most important part. Without any proper planning, कोई भी काम करने के लिए अगर आप planned नहीं है, आपका plan तैयार नहीं है, then you cannot come out successful. Everything need to be planned. What is this? Establishing production targets, identifying required resources, and develop production schedule. तो प्लानिंग में इतना सारा प्रोसेसेस, इतना सारा डिफरेंट प्रोडक्शंस, इतना सारा स्टेप्स लिया जाता है. पहला है establishing production target. First of all, they going to set the target, that this is the target anyhow we need to achieve. And after that, identifying the required resources. What are the resources we need to require? And according to that, we need to work on that. This is called the identifying required resources. And then developing production schedule. Then the schedule is made. Then how to develop the productions, how to come or how to deliver the productions, how to satisfy the customer and services by providing the finished good. These are all comes under the planning part. Then the third next one is organizing. What is organizing? Organizing means allocating the resources properly. Allocating the resources properly, assigning the responsibilities, and arranging the production activities. This is another important you need to understand. How to allocate the resource properly. How to allocate the resources properly, assigning the responsibilities, whatever the assigned responsibilities given on the employees, the executive, the HR, whether they are performing their responsibilities on time properly or not, that has been to be observed. And arranging production activities, different activities. For example, you need to give learning, you need to upgrade the skill of an employees, whether that has been done properly or not. Okay, new products, if the way how you are launching the new products, what are the price that has been fixed in the new production system, this all comes under the organizing part. Then the next one is directing. What is this directing? Leading and motivating the workforce, ensuring adherence to the production plans, and addressing any issue that arise. This is directing. Directing means leading and motivating the workforce. Motivate the workers, upgrade their skills, learn them how to work, motivate them, your fellow workers to work properly. Then only the productions will be good. Apart from then, production plans, prepare the production plans, which is another important, and addressing any issue that arise. अगर कुछ इशू अराइज हो रहा है, आप उस चीज को तुरंत उस पर कार्रवाई कीजिए. अदरवाइज इट विल बी इन अ डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस. उस पर तुरंत कार्रवाई कीजिए. The next one is controlling, monitoring productions process, ensuring quality standards, and taking corrective actions when necessary. जहां कुछ जरूरत हो एक्शंस की, कंट्रोल करने की, नेसेसरी स्टेप्स लेने के लिए ये सारा कुछ आपको तुरंत उस पर कार्रवाई करना पड़ेगा. दिस ऑल कम्स अंडर ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल फंक्शंस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम. प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, कंट्रोलिंग. शायद और है मैम ना. अच्छा, द लास्ट वन इज कोऑर्डिनेशन. मैंने पहले भी बताया था प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम जब पढ़ा रहा था, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग शुड बी इन ए प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन. यहां पर भी कोऑर्डिनेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मींस ensuring seamless ensuring seamless communication and collaboration between different departments, and functions with organizations. Communication is one of the important part. Internal interdisciplinary communication between the department is another important part. Then only the organization will grow, then only the organization will flourish, then the organization will run. These are the important organizational functions of production systems. I hope you understand. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
ठीक है. Abhijit, any doubt?
No, sir.
ठीक है. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.